Just got rid of one holiday, Halloween. We're ready for the big holidays of Thanksgiving coming, and this week we get a full moon.
To lighten the way so we can see where we're going. That's what I like about full moons is they provide illumination. So whatever sector of your chart the moon is full in is where you need to take a look at it and see what's going on there and do something about it. So you know me, you're going to tell everybody what they can expect. For Scorpios, this full moon is in their first house of their physical self, meaning it's about them, but more importantly, it's about their one-to-one intimate relationships, their partnerships, the need to examine that. And I got to tell you, Saturn's been in Scorpio sign for 2 years, so all of their relationships have suffered, and this is the full moon that makes you take a look at it and go, okay, so what can I do to fix it? What can I do to restore the balance, to bring the love back? And they'll be able to see their way clear by the light of that full moon to do so. For Sagittarians, this is a very illuminating full moon for them. This is the one, they've been facing some obstacles, a little bit of difficult times, and they've been wondering who has got it in for me, or what did I do, and who did I make mad, and how can I make that right? All that is revealed at the full moon this week, and they're going to be very surprised to see who is wielding the knife, which is always a drag, but at least you can identify and do something about it. For Capricorns, this is in their fifth house of creativity, and they're trying to find a way to take something that they enjoy doing creatively and then to make it more than just a hobby, to maybe turn a vocation into an avocation into a vocation, to find a way to give tangible form to whatever it is that creativity is. For Aquarians, it's about their home and about their foundation. Something at home needs work. Something at home needs their attention, and they find out quite obviously what that is this week. And to them, I have to say, no procrastinating and fix it right the first time. Don't think you can let it slide, because you can't. For Pisces, it is in their third house of day-to-day living. The pace of their life is about to pick up. This is a very good full moon for them, and they get to sign some sort of contract or some kind of negotiation. Goes really well for the Pisces. For Aries, it's about money and property and resources, and it's a matter of taking advantage of somebody else's resources to pump up your own resources. So a lot of times it means partnering up with somebody, but it has a lot more to do with real estate and property and money matters. For Taurus, this is about the Taurus laying down the law. This is about the Taurus going, okay, I've had enough of this. This is how we're going to do it. I've made up my mind, and we're going to do it this way. And everybody around the Taurus needs to say, yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, we will. You're right.
Yes, Pat, whatever you say.
I think so. And they need to, because otherwise they get pushed, because Tauruses are very easygoing, and people mistake their easygoingness for being soft, and they're not. For Geminis, it is in their sixth house of work and responsibility and their 12th house of their own undoing. And they need to know, number one, they can't do it alone, and number two, they are not all that in a bag of chips, even though they think that they might be. And they will find out that they're not quite as popular as they thought that they were. For Cancers, it's a great full moon for them, because it's about them and their creativity and getting a group to go ahead and help the Cancer get what it is the Cancer wants. So it's good news for them. For Leos, it's about home and foundations, doing something at home to solidify those foundations, to shore up those foundations, because they're about to take on an additional professional burden, and they need to make sure that they have the foundation, that solid base of support to operate from.
Gotcha.
For Virgos, it's in their third house of day-to-day living. The pace of their day-to-day living picks up, and they find a way to either write, to either publish, but they find a way to make their words reach a much larger audience, and educational matters go well for them, and legal matters go well for them. And then for the last sign, Libra, it's about making more money. It's about finding a way to maximize an existing resource instead of looking for a whole new one, to find a way to capitalize on a resource that they already have that they've kind of neglected. So this full moon ought to be very enlightening for all 12 signs of the zodiac. So tomorrow's news today.
And it'll make us howl. Oh! See you next week.
Always a pleasure.